Hi, seventh grade. I am so glad you're here with us today. Today's work is going to look a little different formatting wise, and that's really what I want to focus on this video, just to help you smooth into that transition. So it will be the same amount of work we've been doing. I just formatted it a little differently. It's easier for me on the formatting, and I think since we've been doing the worksheets with grammar, it's going to be the same amount of work for you. It shouldn't be more stressful at all. So let's look at it. We will have a new orientation, so it'll be these vertical slides instead of the horizontal ones. And instead of 3 intro slides with a video, the clickable links, and the title slide, we will have all of them right here. So this video will go down here for you to play. This is, as always, the link to read that you do need to click. This is the link for the audio. It should link to chapter 9 and then roll right into chapter 10. If for any reason it doesn't, whenever you click the link for the audio, towards the right of the page, there will be a playlist, and you can just click the chapter you need. If you are joining us for the first time, no worries whatsoever, but you need to go back to January 4th and just start our first day of lessons. Every day is worth the same amount of points until we get to the final project. So I would much rather you start from the beginning and actually know what's going on with the book, even if you're behind, than to have you start in chapters 9 and 10 and be completely lost. And then after that, we have these worksheet formats. So you will probably want to open up your Google Slides into a full window. You don't want to have it where it's super tiny on your screen in Schoology. If you need help on how to do that, it is on the top right, and it says open, I believe. It's a blue button on the top right on your screen in Schoology. And then I hate even how small this is. It's just not how my eyes work. It's not who I am. So I am a big fan of zooming to 100%. Obviously, you don't have to. It's never going to tell me what you zoom to, but this will help with everything. And then here are the same questions that I had been retyping on a slide, but I realized I could just import this. Now, we need to answer them in complete sentences. We need to do better than 2 words, okay? Especially whenever they are really vague questions, like what does that tell us about his friends? Ooh, that's probably a 2 to 3 sentence answer, okay, everyone? In order to answer it, you're going to come up here to the text box. That's the T with the square. And you're going to make your own box. And then you can type here. You don't need to worry about trying to get the font the same as the other. As long as your font is simple and easy, I would just keep it in Arial, whatever it comes up with first. You have 3 questions for 2 chapters. That is it. And then we have 2 pages over genre study. So this first page is literally notes. You don't need to do any work with it, okay? You don't need to write on this. You don't need to take extra notes. This is just it. And it's just explaining that realistic fiction is a genre. It is one of my favorite genres. That's why we read it the most. And it's a story that's not just a true story, right? It's not a true story. It could be. So it's not historical fiction where we take things from history, and it's not a biography, and it's not nonfiction. Like, it's still made up. But the events that take place could happen in real life. Like, we don't have aliens coming in. We don't have unicorns running around. We don't have spells from Harry Potter being cast. It's very realistic in the real world. And then some examples of that are real setting. The characters are relatable. Like, sometimes you see a character and you're like, oh man, I've been there before. The events are believable. There's no magic, and then no unrealistic characters or creatures. I always like to think of characters or creatures being unrealistic. Like whenever I think of Mulan and we have Mushu the dragon talking, right? Really cool character, not so much in the realistic fiction genre. And so as we study realistic fiction, there are 3 questions over this genre for you. So far in the story, I know we're only a third of the way in. The setting of the story is realistic because, and then you can just finish that sentence, maybe add 1 or 2 more sentences onto that by drawing your own text box. and finishing that. The characters and events in the story are realistic because, and this could happen in real life because, so don't overthink these questions, but make sure you give me around 2 sentences per answer. You're going to have to dig deep for that. And then that is the end. That is the end for our work today. So you will notice that our chapter lengths are different every day this week. So what we're going to do is we're going to do chapters 9 and 10 Monday, 11 and 12 Tuesday, 13 Wednesday, and 14 Thursday. Chapter 14 alone is as long as the 2 chapters we've been combining, and I didn't feel like giving us a super long day, so we're just going to split up those days. We'll have about the same amount of work each day. Maybe if we have longer questions, we won't have as many of these. One of the days, if we don't have any questions, we'll do those task cards we've been working on. So I'm here to mix it up. I'm here for you adding in text boxes. Let me know if you need anything. You can message me on Schoology or Gmail. I'm happy to respond. And this week, by noon today, I'm going to have up every single assignment. So if you are reading ahead and loving it, I will have all the work posted for this week. If you are reading ahead so much that you want to go ahead and finish the novel because that is your jam, just message me on Schoology and I will give you a packet that will be due at the end of January, and you can go at your own pace with that. Let me know if you need anything. I love you lots. I'm glad you're staying safe, and I will talk to you later today. Bye, guys.